Greetings, everyone. It's Pastor Julie from Maple Leaf Lutheran Church. Welcome to the third week of Lent. We're going to continue with our weekly devotional reading from the book Good Enough. One of the authors of this book is Kate Bowler, and you might know that she was diagnosed with cancer at a young age, and she writes about it in a lot of her books, and one of her most famous books is called Everything Happens for a Reason and Other Lies That I Have Loved. And the chapter I want to share with you today is called The Tragedy Olympics, where she talks about her own tragedy and then hearing about others' tragedies. So let me begin. The aerial shot of the Tuscan countryside and the slopes of Machu Picchu glide across the screen as a row of manicured and glossy 20 and 30-somethings crone shriek their greetings. All is love and loveliness in the universe of the television show called Bachelor in Paradise. The tragedy drama immediately presents. The girls aren't getting along. The bachelor and bachelorettes already have favorites. A contestant's old flame shows up and tries to take back his girl, a move one contestant calls the tragedy of his life. Say what you want about reality TV, but this series brings us unadulterated, uncerebral joy. But we like it a little bit better before we started tallying how often the contestants use the word tragedy to describe their hair, wardrobe malfunctions, accidentally ordering a virgin daiquiri, not receiving the rose, having second thoughts. You know, not really tragedy stuff. When life gives you a monthly subscription to miserable news, it's hard not to take other people's problems seriously. Especially when we all know that person who overplays their hand. Store was out of their favorite LaCroix flavor. Tragedy. They missed a new episode of The House Hunters. How will they live? Kid refused to wear the larger-than-their-face bow you picked out for picture day. The horror! Tragedies are life-altering events, not mere inconveniences. So when pop culture overuses the word tragedy, it makes me want to whip out my metaphorical hard time pin collection like a jaded Girl Scout with the heaviest sash. Going through something terrible can make you want to become the perspective police, to command everyone to shut their pie holes until they fully recognize how horrible things are for you. Life can quickly become a measuring stick of suffering. Hard day at the office? That sucks, but are your internal organs literally eating themselves alive? I used to find myself looking at people and muttering, "You're fine." But one day, I had a good scan. Immediately after, I got in the Duke University Hospital elevator with a really nice older man who was coming from the brain cancer area with his hospital bracelet on, obviously processing some tough news, and I lost it. Tears streamed down my face. It all came flooding back. The realization that life is hard. And it's hard for everyone. So maybe cut your very irritable neighbor some slack if they are muttering under their breath again. Or that Facebook friend who only posts photos of their minor ankle injury for pity. Or the colleague who insists on Googling another symptom on WebMD. When people enter the tragedy Olympics, they don't always realize that it's not actually a game. It's just life. And we are all, for better or worse, players who need each other more than we need an award. And then she offers a blessing for when you realize everyone is struggling. Blessed are you who have realized that life is hard, and it's hard for everyone. Your awareness came at a cost. You lost something you can't get back. You were diagnosed with chronic pain or degenerative disease. Your family fell apart and things have never been the same. Blessed are you who gave up the myth that the good life is one of happiness, success, perfection. The life that looks beautiful on Facebook but isn't real. You who realize it is okay to not be okay. To not have a shiny life because no one does. Blessed are you who see things clearly, where struggle is everyone's normal. You walk among the fellowship of the afflicted, a club no one wants to join. And while this life isn't shiny, it does come with superpowers. Superpowers of ever-widening empathy and existential courage that get you back up after another fall, and a deepening awe of the beauty and love that can be found amidst life's rubble. Like flowers that grow from the cracks in the sidewalk, these virtues blossom in you, and thank God for you. Blessed are all of us who struggle, for we are in good company, and we never walk alone. She closes by giving a suggestion, a step, a good enough step from the book entitled Good Enough. And this is what she says. Sometimes when I'm frustrated and I don't know what to do to make myself feel better, be kinder, have more patience, or handle the colleague who continues to complain about her very small problem, I center myself by practicing breath prayer. These are tiny prayers that remind us that God is as near as our breath. And sometimes the act of breathing in and of itself can be a prayer. So this is what she suggests. On the long inhale, hold these words in your mind. Giver of life. Giver of life. Then on the long exhale, hold these words. Give me patience to face today. Let's do it together. Giver of life. Give me patience to face today. May God be with you this day and always. Amen.